Hi there guys, it's Joel here from Aussie Chart Trends. Today's market update is for Tuesday the 8th of January 2013. In today's update we're going to be checking out the smp500 and the asx200. Before we get into today's update, I've got to remind you that aussiecharttrends.com.au and this video are for educational purposes only. Nothing stated at the site or in this video is intended to be used as any form of investment advice. I'm not a licensed professional. You need to make your own decisions regarding your investments. I'm just here to help anyone searching for a practical direction in today's markets. Okay, so let's look at the S&P 500. Looking here on the hourly chart of the S&P, well, for some time now, we've been observing this inverted head and shoulders pattern. And in the last video, we were discussing that we'd seen this rise up in the market, and that we'd seen this last bit of buying pressure, and we were expecting that the market would probably break down to the downside. Now, as you can see, we've seen the S&P 500 do that, and then we've seen it curl back up at the end of the close. Usually after breaking an area of support like this, we would probably round back up, and we may potentially come up to back test this area around that 1470 area. Now, one thing that I will add is that we have been looking at this left shoulder here, this head, and this right shoulder. Now, the fact that this right shoulder only lasted a week and a half or something like that, then we broke up, we back tested this area, we've come all the way back down, found a level of support down here around that 1400 area. It seems like the chart is sort of going all over the place with this right shoulder. Now, one thing that I would like to bring out is that if we do get this back test on this 1470 area, well, we may be looking at a move, roughly, if I just draw a line across here, just roughly. Obviously, I'll change this line as the market comes up, because we're not sure exactly where the market will hit it, and if it does. But you'd think that we'd probably get a move up to this area here and would find an area of resistance again. Guys, we may be looking at an even larger inverted head and shoulders pattern. So what does this mean? Well, the fact that this right shoulder here was a little bit skew-if, it tells me that something's not right about this pattern. But the good news is if we do get a pullback, say down to around this blue line here, even if we break this rising blue line and we head down and tag on this 1440 area, or even a tiny bit lower, and then move back up and take out this 1470 area, you can sort of see what my thinking is there, because we have a very nice looking left shoulder there, and potentially we should probably come down and test that 1440 area first, if that is the case, and that we are looking at a larger inverted head and shoulders pattern. So that is just something to keep on the radar. But if we do take out this area up here, the 1470 area, and we continue to go up in this channel, well, we'll know then that is actually only a small inverted head and shoulders pattern, with our target there of around the 1530 area. Now, if we do eventually see that pullback down to the 1440s, and then a nice move up to take out this 1470 area, well, we would be looking at a move all the way up into the 1600s. So that would take us all the way back to the all-time top that we seen in 2007. So we'll keep a very close eye on the S&P 500 and just see what happens there, whether we get that back test on that rising line or around that 1470 area. And if we come down, it'll be very interesting to see if we can hold around that level. And if you're bearish on this market, well, you would be looking at this peak over here, and then you'd be saying that that would be a very large complex double top formation that may be in the process. But overall, guys, there's a lot of interesting signals going on at the moment. It is hard to determine what is exactly happening. Let's just see what happens in the coming weeks. It's very interesting times with the S&P. Let's take a look at the asx200. Okay, looking on the hourly chart here of the asx200, As you can see, in the last hour of trade today, we busted below this green rising channel line that we've been watching now for some time. So that is a bit of a sign of weakness. I don't think overall that it is something to be very concerned about, but the fact that we close below this area, we do have to be careful. We've got this area here of support. Our next level of support there is around that 4,685 area, and if we were to break this area, well, then we'd have to look at further support levels. But for now, guys, the fact that we did break this area, let's just be on the lookout for our next support area. Even if we were to eventually come down and retest this blue channel line down here, I would say that that would be a fairly healthy thing, because the markets have been going up for some time now, and you would expect a bit of a pullback. So it'd be very interesting to see what happens in tomorrow's trade with the asx200. That pretty much wraps up today's update. I'll be back tomorrow with another free daily market update, and thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.